Get up, you son of a bitch!
Cause Ponch Drunk loves ya.
Back then they showed no love. Punch drunk, hungover. Wake up to the new me. Bye bye. Wake up to the new me. Bye bye to my
Let's go. Let's talk about boxing, baby. Let's go. Págame la música. You already know this is Ponch Drunk Boxing, aka Mr. Moo, shot himself, aka El Adobo, aka El Sazón, aka El Borracho, aka Café Bustelo, aka El Pastor de Boxeo. Ladies and gentlemen, good morning, good afternoon, good evening, wherever you are in this side of heaven. God bless you all. One of the most anticipating fight in the junior middleweight division, the unified champion, Puerto Rico's own Xander Zayas versus the one that's regarded the pound for pound, the second coming of Roy Jones Jr., Philadelphia's own brotherly love, one division champion, unified the title in the welterweight division, was a ring champion, Jaron Boots Ennis, classified as the guy that got everything in the bag, got all the goods, Shout out. Angel, Angel in the building with the $2 super chatty. Body cake, con los pesos de plátano. Bori, Aguadilla, Bayamón, San Juan. Let's go, Carolina. Let's go with the Puerto Rican flag. Okay. Represented. With the American flag for Jerome Boots Ennis. With the American flag. Boricua. Yo soy Boricua. Pa' que tú lo sepas. Yo soy Boricua. Pa' que tú lo sepas. Okay. Representing. I'm going to tell you, I always said this when Puerto Rican boxing is alive and well. When you got your fighters, hey, yo, when it comes to the North America boxing fan, nobody is like the Puerto Rican fans. And the West Coast ain't nothing like the Mexican fans. You know what I'm saying? Ain't nothing like the UK fans. You know what I'm saying? Hey, yo, look at the people that they go out there and support. Naoya Ino Ue ain't nothing than the Japanese fans. And ladies and gentlemen, they're talking about the possible fight of Bam Rodriguez versus Naoya Ino Ue that could do 100,000 out there in Japan. They're trying to finalize the deal in the stadium, ladies and gentlemen. Japón con Mexico. You got front line with the Puerto Rican flag. Towers with the Puerto Rican flag. Don't make me sing Mark Anthony now. Dominicana. Preciosa, tinga de Caribe, Borinque. Don't make me sing Mark Anthony up in the air. Let's go, Carolina. I'm very well with Carolina because my couple of I think there's more family members that moved to Puerto Rico from Dominican Republic than you know what I'm saying. Shout out, you know we all cousins out here, first cousins. You know what I'm saying? And I'm telling you like this: the Puerto Rican chuleta is the best. The Puerto Rican chuleta is the best. El moro con los dominicanos. El moro de dominicano, la chuleta de puertorriqueño, ensalada de papa de dominicano, el sándwich de Cuba. Ain't nothing better than the Cuban sandwich. Ain't nothing better than a moro. Ain't nothing better than a pork chop of Puerto Rican. Ain't nothing better than potato salad of Dominican. I'm gonna tell you like that. The only thing that Puerto Ricans don't like adding onions in their potato salad. They just want carrot, eggs, and mayo and potato. Dominicans, we want remolacha. You know what I'm saying? We beets, peas, apple, onions, mayo. Jamaican patty cocoa bread. Nah. The Jamaicans got the oxtail. Ooh, got the oxtail. Give me Jamaican oxtail. The Jamaicans got the oxtail. The Puerto Rican got las chuletas. El dominicano tiene el bacalao en breakfast, mangú con los tres golpes. Caesar, con los 20 pesos. A comprar comida del malecón. Bro, any info on Teofimo Lopez's next fight? Please tell us. We know you know something. Hey, Teofimo Lopez, look, I'm going to tell you like this. Teofimo Lopez got a deal on the table. And does he want to take it? He got a deal on the table right now. Does he want to take it? You saw that he deleted that tweet that he said about Dana White. You know what I'm saying? Probably he rubbed somebody the wrong way. I don't know. Or maybe, Dana White rubbed him the wrong way. Pause for not shaking his hand. Leaving him hanging. Act like he didn't acknowledge him. But there's an offer on the table. Let me tell you like this. Announcement is coming real soon. 3 guys have signed with Sufa. High profile names, and it's going to be announced very, very soon. But there is a deal on the table. There's a couple of deals on the table for Teofimo Lopez. Either you're going to see him in July or you're going to see him in September. If you don't see him in July, that means he didn't take the Sufa deal. If you see him in September, then he took another deal. That's all I could tell you right now. There's 2 offers on the table. You see that Paramount already announced the Paramount Madison Square Garden. They waiting on Teo. If Teo don't sign, then we'll probably see him on September. And don't be surprised if you don't see him on a Netflix card. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised if you don't see him in a Netflix card on the same card of Ryan Garcia versus Conor Ben. Don't be surprised. Don't be surprised. Either July, either Netflix. Caesar. Teo versus Cambosa next for reals. That's a good fight. Low nose boxing in the building. Low nose in the building. Sufa trash. I hope not. The Sufa ain't trash. Why Sufa's trash? Why every time there's a new entity in the sport of boxing is trash? The same thing they said about PBC. PBC ain't trash. You know what I'm saying? I mean, look at Top Rank. Top Rank just locked in the deal. They ain't had no deal for like 7-8 months. More than that. Almost a year. You feel me? Not almost a year. 9 months. You know what I'm saying? Golden Boy Promotions didn't have an exclusive deal with the Zone. So a lot of these fighters are in ambiguity. They don't know where to go. They don't know what's happening. You know what I'm saying? Sufa got a $7.7 billion deal in with the WWE, UFC. They got new money. And we got new money, it's going to entice the fighters. Just like when Matchroom Boxing got that USA new money, everybody went with the Zone. Everybody went with Matchroom Boxing, right? You know what I'm saying? We can't contradict ourselves in the sport of boxing. They be like, hey, belts doesn't matter. Belts doesn't matter. Then when Sufa comes along, but belts matter. But belts matter. We gotta. That's why I said a long time ago that the boxing community send mixed signals. We bipolar ourselves just like these boxers. We bipolar as fans. Caesar, con la bandera de México. Gifted 5 membership. Good looking now. Que Dios te bendiga. Que Dios te bendiga. Let's talk about this fight real quick. Let's talk about the most anticipating fight in the junior middleweight division. Xander Zayas, the unified champion, the 23-year-old phenom. Who gets signed at the age of 16? If you get signed by the age of 16 with the best eyes in the sport of boxing, the best scouts in the sport of boxing, the best matchmaking in the sport of boxing, the best promotional company in the past 50 years. If you get signed at the age of 16, you got to be damn good. You got to have a good promise. You got to have, you know what I'm saying, your ceiling is all the way high. Xander Zayas was signed at the age of 16. But you know what? I want to know why. Why do people look at Xander Zayas, probably one of the most proven at 154, as the weakest link? See, folks, you see the contradiction that we have here. Yo, Sufa, man, they trying to just bring their belts. The belts matter. The WBC matters. The WBA matters. The IBF matters. The WBO matters. Sufa, oh yeah, but okay, if the belts matter, why don't we have Xander Zayas as the #1 fighter in the 154-pound division? Talk to me, come on. Háblame, mi gente. Ahora ve. You see the contradictions? Do the belts matter? Yes, it does. All right, who's the best 154-pounder? Does the belts matter? Come on, talk to me now. It's Punch Drunk Boxing, okay? Sober right here, okay? No drinking today. Huh? But Sofa got to bring their own belts. They can't just rewrite history and take all the belts. Okay, all right. So who's the best at 154? If belts matter, who's the best? If belts matter, then Xander Zayas is the best at 154-pound division. Dime, mi gente. ¿Qué eso? What do we need? The humanitarian of the YTBC. Hey, yo, and I'm hyped too. You already know my Knicks tomorrow. First game, Spurs, Wemby. We're going to chop that Frenchie down. And they told me that the French people be having grajo, all right? So Knicks, yo, Carl Anthony Towns, be prepared for grajito de the Frenchie. Hey, yo, Queso said, mira, nene. Hey, yo, Queso, he's coming out with the Puerto Rican accent. Mira, nene, Ponchillo, te va a decir ahora un mimito, nene. Te voy a decir una cosita. Mira, Ponche, óyame que Xander lo va a hacer, Ponch. I told you first right here. Mira, papi, tú sabes que, mira, no me ponga en boil ahora, que tú verás que mi tipo, a Xander Zayas, le va a ganar el muchachito de Philly. Sí, porque what has he done, my friend? What has he done? He has already done nothing, okay? He be standing honest. Who the fuck is him? Who him? Who he be? He be Karin Chimichurri. Who's he him? What happened? Talk to me, my friend. Is Jaron Booth, and y'all know I like Jaron Booth Ennis. Y'all know that I've been telling y'all since for how many years? 2018, 2019. When I was talking about, I'm gonna keep on saying it. Damn, I gotta pop my own collar because I'm a student of the game. I've been saying it for a long time. Jaron Booth Ennis is the goods. Jaron Booth Ennis could be the second coming of Roy Jones Jr. I remember when I said it in 2019. I said, yo, he's gonna make everybody run to the 154-pound division. Yo, Punch, stop saying that. You always be hyping these young fighters up. Oh yeah, I did hype Kid Austin. Kid Austin's in position. I did hype Keyshawn Davis. He's in position. I did hype Teofimo Lopez. I know he lost to Shakur Stevenson, but he's a 2-time lineal champion in the end of the day. I did hype Ben Whitaker, the Cassius Clay of the UK. You know what I'm saying? The Cassius Clay of the UK, Benzo Surgeon. You already know. Yeah, I be hyping them guys. Let's not forget that Punch Drunk Boxing always was hyping Xander Zayas at the age of 17. He was right here. Let's not forget. But that Xander Zayas was showing Punch Drunk Boxing love. Hey, yo, Punch, yo, watch my songs, Zayas and his dad. Hey, Punch, you know boxing. 17 years old. We was talking about Xander Zayas right here. Soon as he got signed. But I gotta be honest. I gotta keep it real. He said the Cassius Clay in the UK is insane. Yeah, that's my guy. Remember, I used to back in the Olympics. I was doing the Olympics. That's my guy, Ben Whitaker. Remember, I said Ben Whitaker, the Cassius Clay in the UK, aka Show Me the Money. The Cassius Clay in the UK, aka Benzo, aka the Surgeon. Already getting schooled by the Crunk Gym. He was out here, sparring in Florida, working with Emmanuel Stewart's nephew. But I gotta be real. I gotta be honest. As much as Jaron Booth Ennis got all the skills, as much as Jaron Booth Ennis look like a showman, as much as Jaron Booth Ennis got the athleticism, the twitch muscle, the speed, the power, the flair. Who has he done it against? I got to be real. I got to be honest. As much as Jaron Booth Ennis look spectacular, but against who? Jaron Boost Ennis is at the age of Devin Haney. And what? Well, no, Devin Haney is younger than Jaron Boost Ennis. Jaron Boost Ennis became a pro first than these guys. But Devin Haney became a 3-division world champion. T. from Lopez, 2-time lineal champion. Shakur Stevenson, a 4-division world champion, 2-division lineal champion. What has Jaron Boost Ennis done? Who has Jaron Boost Ennis beat? Are we hype of the illusion? I don't think that nobody has passed the eye test quite like Jaron Boost Ennis. But to be honest, I'm still sitting on passing the eye test. Because I can't brag. I can't brag that he beat Stanionis. I can't brag that he beat Clayton. I can't brag that he beat Karin Chimichurri. I can't brag. If you got an eye for the sport of boxing, you know that Jaron Boost Ennis got the goods, but who has he beaten? All these years I've been talking about Jaron Boost Ennis, but who has he beaten? Is the illusion or is the hype? Is it, oh, yo, but Jaron Boost Ennis sparred with Canelo? Well, how good was the sparring? Because Canelo obviously looked at trash versus Terrence Bud Crawford. But he sparred with Stephen Fulton. But damn, Stephen Fulton looked at trash versus O'Shaquie Foster. But he sparred with Andy Cruz. But how did Andy Cruz look like with Moretaya? Does Jaron Boost Ennis even help his sparring partners? I don't know, folks. But Xander Zayas is 23 years old. Xander Zayas is the unified champion in the most stacked division in the sport of boxing. Xander Zayas running to the smoke. See that right there? And I was thinking about this while I was jogging a little bit earlier. Yeah, I'm trying to get back a little shapey. No, drink it, relaxy, punchy, drunky, relaxy, okay? Wait for the summer to hit so you could get more margaritas in. I gotta get these lungs. Hey, I gotta get these lungs ready for the summer. I gotta get these lungs and the liver ready for the summer. The liver, I gotta get it ready. Rooftop after the rooftop. No. Calm down. Say it. On the side note, you think that Ben Whitaker and Benavidez is the next super fight? I thought that it would have been in the next super fight, but the thing is, I want David Benavidez to go to the heavyweight division. I already told y'all, if he was going to stop Sudo Ramirez, David Benavidez could go to the heavyweight division. I don't want to hear it. I said it before. Oh, I want to see David Benavidez versus Alexander Usyk. And people, what the hell are you talking about, Punch? What you talking about? Yeah, I want to see David Benavidez versus Alexander Usyk. Look at Alexander Usyk perform versus Rico. No, you know what? I haven't heard anybody tell me no, Punch. The same people before the fight with Alexander Usyk and Rico, when I said that if David Benavidez knocks out, stops Sudo Ramirez in the cruiserweight division, I want him to move up. I want his first fight to be Andy Ruiz on Mexican Independence week. That will overshine Canelo Alvarez versus M. Billy, because that's gonna be at 7 o'clock in the morning, 7 o'clock, 11 o'clock in the morning, or something like that, because he's gonna be in Saudi Arabia. David Benavidez versus Alexander Usyk. Oh my God, it will be a great fight. Oh my God. Las Vegas, please make that happen. Turkey, I shake, please make it happen for the Punch Drunk Boxing, okay, Turk? Please. But let's talk about this. Because let's be real, let's be honest. I see the boxing community. People, it's not giving Xander Zayas a chance. And I said this a while ago when people was laughing. People thought that I was like wild. I said, well, maybe Devin, maybe Xander Zayas is the Puerto Rican version of Devin Haney. Shut the full Punch. I know that y'all. I know there's a lot of people in this community that hate Devin Haney. At the end of the day, Devin Haney got an educated jab. Xander Zayas got an educated jab. I think that Xander Zayas got a better chin. I think that Xander Zayas is stronger. I think that Xander got a more of an upside. I think Xander Zayas got way less distraction. Xander Zayas got everything good. Got good footwork, got good speed, got good defense. When Boots struggled, it was a guy that got some good footwork. He said, look at Cut the Castle said, no, don't say that. No. See, the thing is looking at Haney. What I'm talking about is there's one thing that Xander's eyes haven't shown. That thump, that knockout. Not even that, don't even got to be a knockout, but that thumb. The beauty about it, though. The beauty about it. Don't shoot that shit no more. He said, you know I was trolling the people. You know who I was trolling. You know who I was trolling when I said that. you know who I was trolling when I said that. I was getting him mad. But the other day, I've been watching Xander's eyes for a long time, but now it gets different when you do an actual film study and slow everything down. On Jaron Boost Ennis and on Xander Zayas. When was it the other day? When was it? I think it was last Thursday. I think it was from 11:30 or 12 o'clock to 7 o'clock, 8 o'clock in the morning. I stood up doing film study. And I noticed the weakness of Boots that I know that Xander's eyes could capitalize from. Queso! Todos Andre! A comprar gasolina de 93 en 7-Eleven, porque en 7-Eleven es cheapy. Exxon y Shell me lo están matando a mí. They are killing me. 7-Eleven gas station, okay? Or Speedway. No Shell, okay? No Shell, no Exxon. I'm sorry, not today, not this week. Gracias, mi hermano. La música de queso, la música de queso, que la música de queso. Yubi, la música de queso, dije yo.
He's got his own money. I mean, the boy has got his own money.
Queso. He got Xander. Zayas. Could he win? Could he lose? It's a draw. Un knockout. By decision. Boricua. Carolina. Bayamón. Let's go. Bájame la música, DJ, que me lo haga sensation. I don't fucking music. Give me shut up. All right. Okay. Ladies and gentlemen, Xander Zayas, in my opinion, rare form, shout me out from Kick. Let's go. Shout out to the people that's following me on Kick. Subscribe to your Punch Drum Boxing. Also at Kick, we live on Kick. We're going to take Kick into a whole different level. You know what I'm saying? Kick, because there's less restriction on Kick. So, yeah, we're going to do a lot of boxing. We're going to do YouTube and Kick. But Kick is going to be some exclusive content where you're going to see the craziness of Puntro boxing. We're going to see the craziness. Huh? Let's go, rare form. So, I see a way that Xander's eyes could win. And I said this the other day. Xander's eyes is running to the smoke. Boots Ennis is running to somebody that he think is the weakest link. And I study. Xander's eyes, if he gets to a firefight with Jaron Boots Ennis, I don't want him to do that. I seen Xander's eyes going to a firefight even in his last fight. He looked it good. He got heart. He got cojones. But I think with the speed of Jaron Boots Ennis, he doesn't have to do that. He doesn't have to do that. Jaron Boots Ennis fight with rhythm. He needs rhythm. He needs that rhythm. Pero Xander Zayas es un salsero. Xander Zayas and un salsero. Ladies and gentlemen, I know you're going to be like, hey, yo, but what you talking about? You talking about dancing? You talking about this? No. Ladies and gentlemen, what we know about the sport of boxing is about rhythm. And Xander's eyes need to bring that salsa rhythm. See, what you talking about, that salsa rhythm? And if you don't know salsa, that rhythm, you're not going to keep up. You're not going to keep up. I must be sleep on Ennis, bro, deep. No. Trust me, you're not sleeping on Jaron Boots Ennis. is that Jaron Boots Ennis looked good, but against who? He looked great, but against who? And this is what I was talking about, because I said what they say in sport: mental, 80% mental, 20% physical. I'm rocking with Xander Zayas' mental in this fight. His mental in this fight, I got him. And let me tell you like this: the physical part, I got Jaron Boots Ennis, but the mental part, I got Xander Zayas. And the physical and the technique could beat Xander Zayas, but the cojones and the will and the mindset could beat Jaron Boots Ennis. Jaron Boots Ennis is 28, going to be 29 years old. When you consistently fight these opposition, these low-level opposition, time after time, you're going into your well 30s, still not challenging yourself. Still not challenging yourself. And when I'm talking about salsa, the rhythm, salsa, oh yeah. What did Lomachenko's father did for him? He put him in ballerina. He put him in ballerina school. He put him in dancing school. And that footwork, he put him in there. Let's not forget. So when people are making fun of me that I'm saying, oh, what the fuck is punch drunk boxing, talking about dancing and salsa and all that? Oh yeah, Lomachenko got put in ballerina school for footwork and dancing school. And in this generation, nobody got better footwork than Lomachenko. Nobody got better footwork than Lomachenko. Xander Zayas got footwork. Not the type of footwork that runs, though. The type of footwork that he could dictate when he wants to go at you. He could fight on the outside. And like I said, he got an educated jab. He could jab for the solo plex, jab up top, jab. You know what I'm saying? Up jab, up uppercut. He has a great jab that a lot of people ain't talking about. The reason why a lot of people ain't talking about, because the boxing world is so tunnel vision and watching Boots and Virgil, nothing else. Boots and Virgil and Boots. While this kid is doing his work. He got more titles than Virgil Ortiz. But no, Virgil and Boots. Boots looking flashy. Virgil knocking out people. Boots looking flashy. Boots look. Is it Boots the illusion? Because nobody in boxing can honestly tell me who the fuck did he beat. I'm known as a Boots fan too. Let's not forget that. But throughout the last several years and months, I got no bragging rights with Boots. What bragging rights has he given me? At least Xander Zayas beat Patrick Teixeira. And let's not forget, before the Tim Tszyu, Patrick Teixeira was the boogeyman at 154. Let's not forget about that. And then Brian Castaño beat him. Remember, that division, it was the Charlo Jamel and the Patrick Teixeira that was a Golden Boy promotion. In my opinion, Xander Zayas got better wins. Got a better win, not by a whole margin because their resume, but at the end of the day, he's still 23 years old. There's more upsides to Xander Zayas. I expect Xander Zayas for his power to increase, for his skill to enhance itself, so he could show more wrinkles. He's not even in his prime yet. He's not even in his man strength yet. See, that's the scary part. I think I know what to expect from Jaron Boots Ennis, because Jaron Boots Ennis is in his prime right now. But the mental part of it, we've seen that Jaron Boots Ennis ducked fights. Let's not forget that he declined to fight Virgil Ortiz twice. And yeah, he was ready this time, but I think that Eddie Hearn already knew that they was not going to get that fight. He already knew. Because Eddie Hearn knew that Virgil Ortiz was not going to accept a $3 million deal to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. So throwing that out there, oh, we want Boots, it was to change the narrative. It was to change the narrative. I'm going to say it right here, right now. Eso era de mentira. They was not going to fight. And I said that. If y'all was following the channel, I said that fight is not going to happen. Am I right? Those that was following the channel, I told y'all, Virgil and Boots, when everybody got hurt, oh, look at the post-fight interview. No, that was to change the narrative. Because Eddie Hearn already knew that the zone, Oscar De La Hoya and Virgil Ortiz was going to have some problems. He knew that $3 million deal was not going to. Remember, Eddie Hearn didn't want to do business. Remember, he did an interview. He said, I don't want to speak to Rick Majorian. How you going to make a deal without speaking to the manager of Virgil Ortiz? That was to change the narrative because we all knew that Jaron Bruce Ennis ducked Virgil Ortiz. So let's put that, let's get him in the ring and let's call him out and then say that there's a deal out there. We all know that Virgil Ortiz was already making $4.5 million in his previous fight. Now he's gonna get $3 million to fight Jaron Bruce Ennis. No, that's already a deal right there that we know that's not gonna happen. And I was telling y'all that fight was not gonna happen. I told y'all. I did a bunch of videos about it. High low, dímelo con los dos pesos de plop, 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 plop. No, if it's moonshine, gotta be great, better than Frosted Flakes. Let's also not forget, if there was a deal with Jaron Bruce Ennis and Virgil Ortiz, didn't Eddie Hearn also said that Josh Kelly signed to fight Jaron Bruce Ennis and they're both with Matchroom? But why? Think about this, folks. Think about this. Before Jaron Bruce and before Josh Kelly fought Bakram and picked Bakram, right? They had a deal for Josh Kelly. Josh Kelly. I tried to get an interview with Josh Kelly, and I broke the news that Josh Kelly, they said they lowballed him. Then he went to Ring Magazine and did an interview with Ring Magazine and said they lowballed me with peanuts. They gave me less than what my last fight fighting a nobody. Let me ask y'all a question. What's the guy's name? Josh Kelly versus the Boogeyman. The Boogeyman. Who's the Boogeyman at 154 before Josh Kelly beat him? Who's the Boogeyman? Who's the Boogeyman at 154? Who had the best win? Come on now, let's be real, let's be honest. Snow Burt. Who was the Boogeyman at 154? That even Virgil Ortiz didn't want to fight him. Boots ain't want to fight him. Fundora ain't want to fight him. Who's the Boogeyman? Let's be real, let's be honest. At 154, who's the Boogeyman? Come on, chat, help me out. So they won't say that Punch on Boxing is the one that's spinning narratives and shit like that. No, Charlo was not the Boogeyman. Charlo was already out. The Boogeyman. Who beat Tim Tszyu? Thank you, Frontline. Thank you. Bakram. Josh Kelly beat Bakram, became the IBF champion of the world. Let's not forget that at the time, Jaron Bruce Ennis was ranked to fight a Bakram. Jumping from the 147 to the 154. That's the guy that nobody wanted to fight. Josh Kelly ran to the smoke. Josh Kelly could have fought Boots, but he wasn't nobody at 154 yet. Josh Kelly ran to fight Bakram. Ladies and gentlemen, who's calling out Josh Kelly right now at 154? You see how everybody now is mute? Oh, Josh Kelly, and I was talking about Josh Kelly for how many years? I've been talking about Josh Kelly even before the Virgil Ortiz. I've been talking about potential fight with Josh Kelly and Bruce Ennis back in 2019. 7 years already, ladies and gentlemen. Why nobody is calling Josh Kelly out? Why Boots, after Josh Kelly beat Bakram, why he didn't run after Josh Kelly? Remember, he was with the soccer owner that the next fight for Josh Kelly is going to be in a stadium, going to be packed. Why he don't go? Josh Kelly just signed Matchroom. Josh Kelly signed to fight Jaron Bruce Ennis. Why Jaron Bruce Ennis? Same stable, Matchroom Boxing, easy fight to make. Didn't fight Josh Kelly when he was willing to fight Josh Kelly, Vike, before him beating Bakram. You know why? Because Josh Kelly got the same style, even way better style. He got Olympic pedigree than the Karen Chimichurri. Bang Boogie say Kelly trash. Yeah, now he trash, right? Now he trash. See that those are the roadblocks that fans like you like to play. Oh, he trash. He doesn't need to fight him. Why not? Why nobody's calling out Josh Kelly? Oh, because he's not an easy puzzle to figure out. Oh, he's gonna move. Oh, he got Olympic pedigree. Oh, that Dave Avanesian shit. That shit don't work no more. That Dave Avanesian excuse don't work no more. What I'm saying is that Jaron Boots Ennis got all the physical, but he don't run to the smoke. He don't run to the smoke. He don't run to the smoke. For me, that's mental. Jaron Boots Ennis, in my opinion, on paper, the eye test passes the eye test. But when it comes to truly daring to be great, he don't want Xander Zayas because of the belts. No. He wants Xander Zayas because he thinks Xander Zayas is the weakest link. And how many times when we see a fighter that don't really want to fight that fight, but because there's probably money on the table and stuff like that, they get the fight. You know when a fighter calls out for somebody, you know what I'm saying? Kessel said that one might be some match room-ish. Yet sometimes promoters don't want to ruin one of their stable. But like I said there's only one reason. There's only one reason. And I spoke to Josh Kelly. I showed up because I was trying to get an interview with Josh Kelly. Shout out to Josh Kelly. And he hit me up. He said, yo, you're one of the realest ones. Because when everybody wrote him off, I never wrote him off. Josh Kelly said, I want Boots. He told me I want Boots. He already signed for Boots. They said they got a stadium ready for Boots and him. No. And I've been knowing this when he about to sign with Matchroom Boxing. Shout out to the members. So that's the only thing that I have a problem with Boots. It's not the physical, it's not the technique. He's an exciting fighter. He's one of my favorite fighters to watch. But the grit of Xander Zayas has made this a 50-50 fight to me. You know why? Because I got to add the spirit of a fighter as well. I know that people are going to be like, look, I come from an era where we just do not judge the skills. We judge the character. We judge the warrior spirit of a fighter. That's why in my era, we don't give a damn if you get knocked down. We give a damn how you get back up. We give a damn about adjustments. See, this era of boxing fan is, oh, he got chin check. He got a weak chin. Oh, he got dropped. Oh, he got exposed. Oh, he ain't shit. Oh, he lost one time. Oh, retire. This is today. This is the bougie fans today. No. My era is we look at a fighter and we look we look at the whole body of the fighter, spiritually, physically, technically wise. Xander Zayas did not have to run to this smoke. Xander Zayas did not have to fight Jaron Boots Ennis. Xander Zayas has 2 voluntary in each of the belts that he owns, and he ran to Boots to the point, if anybody don't know, Top Rank have abandoned Xander Zayas. Y'all don't know that. Do y'all know that Top Rank do not want this fight for Xander Zayas? Do you know that Top Rank is not going to be doing this fight? They put the plug on it. Not put the plug on the fight. They wash their hands. This is Matchroom now. Xander Zayas went against Top Rank what they wanted from him. This is when I know that Xander Zayas wants smoke. See, a lot of people don't know that. This is when I know he wants this, man. He wants this. And when you have a fighter that wants something, that, for me as a fan, that's really like, yo, but what does he want? You know, some fighters, they be studying fighters and they see something that we all don't see. Because I could see damn Boots is technically was, you know, he looked better than Xander Zayas. But it's something that Xander looked at Boots about something. And I don't know what it is. I try to do the film study. I still see that Boots is a little bit more polished in the power and more polished than the Xander Zayas. I think that Xander Zayas is more disciplined than Boots, but that's like a pro and cons because Boots just have he could show both. Meaning he doesn't. He got the natural ability like a Roy Jones, like a Prince Nassim, where they don't have to be disciplined. You know what I'm saying? Xander Zayas is a very disciplined fighter. Xander Zayas is not gonna get hit with 3 straight right hands like Boots Ennis got hit on one of his fights. What was it? A fight that he got hit with like 3 straight right hand. I'm like, damn, what the fuck? He's getting hit with right hands all the time. Can he block a right hand? The kryptonite to the southpaw. I don't even think that Jaron Boots Ennis is gonna be switching like that, like he usually do, like on purpose. Because let me tell you like this. When fighters get into with somebody that's got elite skills, they don't play that switch shit. It's almost like Terrence Bud Crawford. Yo, Terrence Bud Crawford could switch. Oh, no, he ain't switching on Earl Spitz. He ain't switching on Canelo Alvarez. He's on his P's and Q's. I'm going to stay in this position. I'm not going to play around. Fighters know who they could play around with. They know who they could play around with. Like Roy Jones Jr. and James Toney. He ain't going to play that much. He only did that shit one time. He ain't going to play around with James Toney. Jaron Boots Ennis, this is what I'm saying. We're looking at the showmanship. We're looking at everything that he brings to the table that excites us. If you don't get into that rhythm, and Xander Zayas doesn't give him that type of rhythm, what is the type of what are the Boots Ennis that we're gonna see? The one that struggled with Karen Chimichurri? See, because when Jaron Boots Ennis doesn't look like that, doesn't have that rhythm, doesn't showboat, Jaron Boots Ennis look like an ordinary fighter too. Let's be real. Let's be honest. Sometimes we as fans can get mesmerized, right? But then when you step inside with another thoroughbred, oh, that little showmanship goes out the window. Or that little playing around shit goes out the window. Or that just leaving your hand down, it goes out the window. So if he doesn't do that, then what Jaron Boots Ennis going to do with his Xander Zayas? Another thing, a lot of people have not given Javier Centeno the credit that he deserved. Let's also not forget that Javier Centeno was the same trainer that trained George Camboso to beat Teofimo Lopez. Javier Centeno is building fighters, not just taking the champion and then, oh, he's a good trainer. He's not, no, he's building champions. Javier Centeno is the most underrated trainer in the sport of boxing. Can you imagine if Xander Zayas does beat Jaron Boots Ennis? That's a huge win. And then also the way that Camboso beat Teo, where's the credit for Javier Centeno? Zayas already said it. Boots' career has been like Burger King. I mean, I'm always gonna see a Boots fight. He's exciting. He's more exciting to me than Xander Zayas. But when we talking about everything, the whole body of works, like I said, not just the physical, but the spirituality. And this is what I'm gonna say as well. When a fighter got their eye set on let's not also forget that Xander Zayas signed up to fight Virgil Ortiz, and Virgil Ortiz decided to fight Madrimov. So Xander Zayas been wanting smoke. The thing is that we've been so locked in on a mega fight that we haven't truly dialed into what Xander Zayas been doing. You understand what I'm trying to say? But because his performances hasn't sent statement waves, like boom, knockout, oh my God, he sent a statement in 154-pound division. I am here and I am the best. That's the only thing that has lacked of Xander Zayas. The statement victory. The statement victory that we're looking at here. Oh, yo, man, who's going to fight Xander Zayas? That's the reason. The boxing world been so mesmerized by the potential Virgil Ortiz and Boots fight that we haven't seen what Xander Zayas been doing quietly. Boots Ennis ain't want to fight Xander Zayas like that. And then Boots Ennis ain't running to the smoke. He's running to what he think is the easiest one right now. Xander Zayas is running the boots. I don't got no time to sugarcoat. I don't got no time to see if I think I'm the best. I want to know that I'm the best right now. That's Xander Zayas. When people are looking, when a fighter is studying and he wants somebody that bad, we got to take it into account. Did Bud Crawford win the Canelo Alvarez, or did Canelo Alvarez win the Bud Crawford? Did Bud Crawford win the Canelo, or Canelo Alvarez won the Bud Crawford? Bud Crawford won the Canelo Alvarez. How did he perform? Did Teofimo Lopez win the Lomachenko? Or Lomachenko just really won the Teofimo Lopez? No. Teo won the Lomachenko. He was calling out for 2 years. Did he win Josh Taylor? Oh, he was calling out Josh Taylor while he was calling out Lomachenko. Look how he performed. But did Teo really win the Shakur Stevenson? No. How did he perform? I'm just giving you examples of fighters that truly want somebody. Did Earl Spence really win it Bud Crawford all these years? Or did Bud Crawford win it Earl True Spence? Look how Bud Crawford performed. He wants him. Did Usyk win it Gritty Belly? Or did Tyson Fury win it Usyk really? Oh, Usyk won it Gritty Belly. What I'm saying is, when a fighter is locked in on somebody and that fighter is really not locked in on this other one, the spirit take over that fighter. It's more than just the technique. It's just more than just the skills. That's what's scaring me about it. Xander Zayas may surprise everybody. It's going to surprise everybody. He's fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis like he got nothing to lose. He's fighting Jaron Bruce Ennis like he got nothing to lose. Xander Zayas is already set up to be a star. Come on, he was in the Super Bowl with Bad Bunny. He's doing modeling for magazines. The kid already got endorsements. He could easily take an easy voluntary fight again out there in Puerto Rico, get an easy fight in Madison Square Garden, and build that Puerto Rican fan base up and up and up. No. He wants to smoke now. A move that could probably, you know how boxing is, it could pop the balloon. He probably, if he loses to Jaron Bruce Ennis, where Xander Zayas' stage is right now, he could go back to the bottom. He could go to the bottom pole. He's going to have to start all over. He's not like this. He's still not a star yet. Puerto Rico, yes. But he's still not that star that everybody that has put him into a big fight. Who have we met Xander Zayas with? Like we talk about, attacking the Shakur. Hey, a Devin Haney and a Ryan Garcia too. Hey, we haven't put Xander Zayas in that matchup yet. Tranquilo, pai, faltan video, están atrasando. El video, ¿qué? Faltan videos. Zayas come with that Bad Bunny. All I'm saying, folks, I think it will be a 115, 113 boots. I could see a split decision victory versus Xander Zayas as well. I think so, man. I look at studying and I'm like, if Xander Zayas just stay disciplined, overwhelm him with stay at bay and jab and work the body, work up top. You know what I'm saying? Shoot that right hand consistently. Because to be honest, I haven't liked how Jaron Bruce Ennis has defended the right hand. I think he's getting hit with the right hand. But you know what that shit shows me, though? That Jaron Bruce Ennis also got a chin. Jaron Bruce Ennis got a chin, and a lot of people haven't talked about that. Jaron Bruce Ennis got a chin. And Jaron Bruce Ennis got some good footwork as well. But if you throw accumulation of punches, if you get him off rhythm, if a Gary Antoine Russell was beating up Boots in the amateurs because the accumulation of punches make it a little bit rough, Make Jaron Boots Ennis fight off the back foot as well. Don't let Jaron Boots Ennis just dictate the pace. Because Xander Zayas, one thing that he's done throughout his whole career is dictate the pace, dictate the ring general. Both of these guys are good ring generals. You know what I'm saying? I think that one of the thing that I've been studying about Xander Zayas, I like the way that Xander Zayas go to the body. I like Jaron Boots Ennis uppercut. But I like how Xander's eyes go to the body. It starts off going to the body. You know what I'm saying? Both of these guys got good jabs. Both got a good jab. But I think that Xander Zayas' defense is a little bit better than Jaron Boots Ennis. Zayas ain't dropping boots. It says Allen. I don't think so. I think this is going to a decision. If anybody is stopping anybody, it's going to be Jaron Boots Ennis. If anybody going to stop anybody, but I think that Xander Zayas is he got grit. He'll fight you. But I think even if it goes into a brawl, I think that Jaron Boots Ennis will get the best of him if it goes to a brawl. You know, I also see Xander Zayas in his last fight when he got too comfortable, he gets hit too. You know, Xander Zayas got to be very, very smart in this fight. You know, I think this is closer than what people think. And the more that I study both of these fighters, I think that you know, we gonna see a closer fight. It's gonna be a tough fight. I think that Boots Ennis is a tough guy as well. But I think we have over-exaggerated. I have also over-exaggerated preparation because we see the hype. Xander Zayas don't got no hype. Everything he's earning is straight off the mud. Boots, we see the hype. We see, oh, he's sparring with Canelo. Oh, he's with Stephen Ford. But when we talking about, he got more sparring stories than the stories in the ring. Boots Ennis got over 30-something fights. Y no ha peleado nadie. He hasn't really fought anybody that was willing to challenge him. It's always a pick 'em. See, that's the only thing. It's like a pick 'em. Pick the easiest thing. Or I'm not gonna fight Virgil. I'm ready to move up. And then when you got Virgil ready, already signed for $6 million, right? Already signed. He'd rather fight Stanionis, who was out. You was not gonna get credit. He was in the same position as Shakur Stevenson in the super featherweight division. Well, he could have get the easy undisputed, but versus Joe Cordina or Gutierrez, and even Bob Arum said that nobody want to see that fight. Nobody's gonna pay for that fight. And that's what I mean. Jaron Boots Ennis went for the easy. He wanted those accolades easily. Oh, I'm a lineal champion at welterweight. You ain't beat nobody. The only reason why they put that lineal champion on the line is because Turkey Al Sheikh wanted that Tio versus Boots. Remember? And he was going to put a lineal champion versus a lineal champion. You don't become a lineal champion beating Stanionis. You be the lineal champion when you fight the best beating the best. That's how you get the lineal champion. That was a gift one on the line. He said Kid Austin thinks that Zayas is beating Boots. He ain't saying that. He said Kid Austin said that he believes that he's going to knock out Boots. I don't agree with that one. But I do think that he could win a split decision victory over Jaron Boots Ennis. And I think that Jaron Boots, if I got to make a prediction right now, it will be Boots 115-113. If I get right now, but I would not be surprised if Xander Zayas beats Jaron Boots Ennis 115-113 as well. I would not be surprised. I see it that close. I think that Xander Zayas is more disciplined than Jaron Boots Ennis. I think that Jaron Boots Ennis is a better fighter. There's certain things that Xander Zayas could do that Boots Ennis can naturally do. But when Boots is not in rhythm, and maybe anybody could say that about everybody. If any fight is not in rhythm, I just when you take the showboat out of Jaron Boots Ennis, I don't know. I just got tired of just. I think passing of the eye test has expired for Jaron Boots Ennis. You know, if you look at everybody he came up with, he got the easiest resume. Think about it. He came up with Gary Antoine Russell. He came up with Richardson Hitchens, Teofimo, Shakur Stevenson, Devin Haney, Ryan Garcia, David Benavidez. David Benavidez is the same age as Jaron Boots Ennis. And yeah, Jaron Boots Ennis has looked as one of the most exciting ones. That's how he looked. But nobody has that resume. Anybody could do what he does with that resume. Is it too soon for Xander Zayas? No, I don't think it's too soon for Xander Zayas to fight Jaron Boots Ennis because look at Jaron Boots Ennis' resume. Jaron Boots Ennis is heading to 30 years old, and this is going to be his first real name. This is going to be his first real name. Even when he beat Sergey Lipinets was coming from 140-pound division. It's going to be tough, folks. It's going to be tough. I'm going to go to that fight. Henry Cedeño Martinez is going to be fighting as well. That's going to be a good fight for Henry Cedeño Martinez. I want to go to that fight. I'm going to go to that fight. I'm going to try to get I'm a file for media credential. Hopefully I get the media credential. But if I don't even get the media credential, I think I'm still going to go for that. I'm still going to go into that fight. I think that's going to be an electric fight. And I think that a lot of people's going to be in there. I think a lot of celebrities is going to that fight because the next day is going to be Wildin' Out. So there's going to be a lot of celebrities. There's going to be a Wildin' Out, a lot of artists, comedians. And that's going to be, so I think a lot of people, it's going to be a star-studded event. You're going to be surprised. There's going to be a lot of celebrities because there's going to be a lot of celebrities in New York that weekend. Nate Cannon got the Wildin' Out shit on Sunday. So I know it's gonna be lit. But yo, I gotta run. Tomorrow going live. I'm trying to get an interview at least with one of these guys or the trainers. I'm gonna try to hit up. I'm gonna try to DM or Instagram DM Boots, his brother, maybe his father. Whoever could. And I'm gonna hit Javier Centeno. I did email Javier Centeno. I didn't get an email back. I'm gonna try to hit up Xander Zayas. I don't think that he handles his own social media. Probably hit up Peter Khan as well. I need to get these interviews. You know what I'm saying? I really want to get these exclusive because this is gonna be a good matchup because it's getting harder for me to break it down. This is closer than what people think. I think this is closer than people think. Tomorrow we back at it, 8 p.m. Eastern time. You know what I'm saying? My little son's birthday tomorrow, so. Got a little piece of party, I believe, for my son tomorrow. Shout out to my son Caden. Gonna be 9 years old. So probably gonna do a live after that, 8 or 8:30 p.m. Eastern time. All right, boy, go New York and tomorrow. I'm sorry, I might not go live tomorrow. It's New York. It's the Knicks. Thank you for reminding me, Queso. It's a special day, ladies and gentlemen, for me. It's an emotional, special day. My son's birthday and the New York Knicks first game of the finals. Blue and orange. We all blue and orange. If we win game 1, that'll be 12 games straight. Hold on, folks. Hold on. Do this for me. Hey, yo, should I go live on my Knicks? Should I go? I'm gonna do that. Since we got Kick also, subscribe to me on Kick as well, ladies and gentlemen. I am going to do a live, not tomorrow, probably game 2, because game 2 is gonna be on Friday. I'm gonna do the live party. I'm gonna do a live party. Game 2, New York Knicks. Are y'all with me? Can y'all support me on that one? I'll do a play-by-play. be the greatest moment of my life with the Knicks win. Love y'all, folks. Gotta go. Let me eat something. Love you. God bless. Let me know. Matter of fact, I'm gonna put a poll. Later on. Would y'all support if I do a game 2 live show? And if that does well, we do game 3. Hey, yo, I got to, folks. I got to. Go New York, go New York, go! Let's go, baby, let's go. Peace out, love ya, God bless, and on to the next. God first, everything second, 5 + 5 equals true champion. The best investment you can make in your life is have God in your heart. Good looking out for the members. Good looking out for the people that smash the like button. Good looking out for the donators. Charles, my brother Queso, hope your health is doing good. How's the knees? I'm doing better. Hope so. Prayers always to you. Shout out to everybody, man. Love y'all. New York Knicks.